So this cord is brown. They've taped these cords that were white to match. It's 8 o'clock and it's 38 degrees outside, and I'm gonna go for a run. If I have one complaint, it would be I'm ready for the spring weather to just wear so many layers. Before I do that, I have to actually upload something to this YouTube channel, because I didn't do it yesterday. Did you poop? Came out of the shower and I found her editing. Thank you. So if this video sucks, don't blame me, blame her.
John might not.
Just finished eating breakfast, and I wanted to set some expectations for what we're doing after this. On the website, they said that I'm not allowed to film or anything like that, but it's directed towards like couples and like photo shoots. But if this is just like a home video, then maybe a loophole. We'll see. The worst comes to worst, I'll just use my phone and it'll do the same thing. The quality just won't be as good as this. Also, coffee that we got was $8 a piece.
The toothpaste now.
$15.50 for two
said that
coffees.
To me,
For everything. Oh, I need this.
So we're at Belmont College. We're taking a tour of the mansion, but that's not till 2, so we're just killing time right now. We have about an hour before the tour. So stupid me looked at this and thought it was a wand, but it's not. It's for conducting. You know, my first gig that I ever did in Nashville was actually with a bunch of Belmont students, and honestly, I had no idea that Belmont was like this. It's kind of interesting. Look. You know, when I went to school at Liberty, they had construction. This school has, what is it with college and having nothing but construction all the time? Alright, so we still have about 10 minutes before our tour, so we're just sitting and waiting now. While we were sitting and waiting, I watched Chris Stapleton's national anthem, and comparing Chris Stapleton's performance to Rihanna's, I honestly think I like Chris Stapleton's more. It's not that Rihanna's was bad, I felt like it kind of, for a halftime show for the Super Bowl, it kind of lacked some of like the pizzazz, but the Chris Stapleton thing is super simple. It was literally him and his guitar, and it's probably my favorite rendition of the national anthem. It was very Chris Stapleton-y, if that makes sense. So basically, if you don't like Chris Stapleton, then you're not going to like it. But if you do, I really suggest you check it out if you haven't seen it. Let me know your thoughts, though. It was cool. I really came down to get a new battery for this camera for the tour. You ready? Okay. Timbuck says I'm gonna get yelled at for trying to bring this in.
Hello. Y'all hear?
So far, so good.
Sky up there.
This is all fascinating. I love history, especially this kind of history, like Civil War history. What'd you think about the, what is this called? Belmont Mansion? Clearly I paid attention. Did you like it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
He's 3.
Okay, Savannah and her family just left, and I have to actually go get a couple things for tomorrow, which is Valentine's Day. I told them that I was too busy doing that, and I kind of lied because I finished everything that I needed to do. I'm using it as an excuse for Valentine's Day, so I don't think that's bad. All right, I'm on my way to the, I'm just going to the Dollar Tree just to get some stuff because I don't need a lot. I just need a couple of filler things. Going to the Dollar Tree I think is acceptable. And it's like 5 minutes down the house, and it's the only store that will ensure that I'm back before they get home. I think it should be fine, right? I mean, I got her like the lens and everything. It should be fine. This road is always the worst. Okay. It's a very Nashville thing. Gaff tape on the side of a car to fix it. I don't have much. I'm gonna have to improvise. Got the goods and then some. All right. So the next segment is going to not be targeted to everybody, but let me explain. So me being a musician and playing drums for a multitude of things, on this channel, I'll occasionally do song walkthroughs. And basically what the song walkthrough is I'll just go through a song that I have on my YouTube channel, and I'll basically talk you through the song as it's playing, like in real time. Now, if that doesn't sound interesting to you, I totally understand that, and just consider this the end of the video, and I will see you tomorrow. For those of you that chose to stick around, thank you, and we'll get into the song walkthrough. I know I haven't done one in a while, but I I don't want them to get stale, like I said, so I'm trying to space them out appropriately. So this song didn't have any drum parts, and I actually had to make them up. So this is what I came up with. Grab the mallets so I could have less of a attacky kind of thing with the drumsticks. You'll see. Out for this little intro thing, just to kind of let it, just to give it a good starting place, if that makes sense. I think a lot of times as drummers we're kind of too eager to play, and there's also a lot of power in not playing at all. I debated on doing a cymbal swell, but I realized I was too late. It's just fine. I'm still out for this chorus, and I believe I come in the next time around. And on this next time around, you'll see what I'm talking about with the mallets and everything else. So that it gives like a floor tom sound, but it's not super like in your face with a stick hitting a drum head. It's a felt instead. So I'll use that as kind of like a bridge between like needing to be super quiet, but then the next chorus I'm still gonna be doing the same thing, but I'm gonna use a drumstick, and that's gonna make it feel more in your face, even though it's the same drum part, just using a different material to hit the drum, if that makes sense. Same thing. Also, the X on the kick drum, that's actually gaff tape, because the little sticker that they have you put on the drum, it fell off, and I was too cheap to buy another drum head, so I just slapped. Actually, it's still, the drum set's up in my closet with the same X like 2 years later. Alright, I'm about to switch to real drumsticks. Adding the kick drum. Again, trying to like make that transition as smooth as I possibly can while still keeping the energy moving in like a forward direction. I also tuned the floor tom up so that it produces a solid note, just to give it more presence and to make it not sound as dead, if that makes sense. So I'm bringing the stick in now. Obviously things are starting to grow. This is a great song. Added a hit. Now an instrumental, I do 4 on the floor to help, again, keep that forward momentum going. I don't want to do a build or anything yet. I want to still keep it this like kind of like somber kind of vibe. I got rid of the mallet, so now it's just drumsticks, and now we're gonna pick up speed pretty quick. Adding crashes. Now I'm starting to build with no snare drum, just floor tom, ride, and kick. I want to save that snare for as long as I can, that way when I do, it really kicks the energy to a new level. There we go. Now I'm just going to do stabs with the snare. Still staying with that floor tom. Now I'll go into the snare. It just makes it just jump in energy. Now I drop into a groove. And to keep the energy like up, I'm doing 16th note, or I guess it's 8th note crunches on my hi-hat. Back to a build, or I guess this is more of just a drive. Back to a build. Dropped into a big groove. And we're back in that chorus. Ooh. The classic musician in response to the bass run. Bigger chorus. I actually thought we were going down, but the worship leader said we kept going, so I did that. I kept going, which is why keeping your eyes up is important when you're on stage. Don't just look down. Like, keep your eyes glued to the worship leader because I'll give you hints. Otherwise, I would have cut out and it would have been awkward. That fill that I did at the end, that kind of is like me basically asking the worship leader without asking them, like, is this where we want to end it? And if they don't say anything, then I'll just go ba 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 boo boo doo doo, and it makes it a real easy, clear-cut way to tell the rest of the band, hey, we're about to cut out, so don't keep going, because there's nothing worse than half of you cutting out and half of you not. What I did there, I just basically told the band pastors on stage, mostly for singers, that way if their eyes are closed, they don't walk into the pastor, they know just to kind of stay where they're sitting. That way they don't run into anybody. That's basically it. Nothing too crazy. I tried to keep it super simple for that song, mostly just because I wasn't sure what it was actually going to look like. Like basically, we were given like this is the vibe we want to go for, but we want to make it full band. So when I'm given those kind of instructions, my whole approach is to keep it as simple and as solid as I possibly can. One for myself, but two for the rest of the band, so that it's really obvious that we know what we're all going to be doing at any given moment. Okay, I think I'm gonna call the vlog here because I think Savannah and her family are coming back with the food any minute now. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.